It's been a long time since people have first requested for me to review the Plum Paper Planner, but now here you go. Hi everybody, today I am taking a look at the Plum Paper Planner. I'm going to have so much trouble pronouncing this with the plum blah, 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 the whole time, so just be prepared for that. This planner is a very customizable one. I have had people request it from me for a long time, and I just have never gotten around to ordering one because I was a little bit stressed out about ordering, and if this one was stressful, the Agendio, which is another one I'm working on doing, is another one I'm just like, fuck, too many choices. So that's coming. So I ordered this one with some specific features to test it out, but also to make it generic enough so that I could send it to one of you as a giveaway if I didn't want to keep it, because to be perfectly honest, I have 11 billion planners right now. So before I get into walking through the planner, I thought because this particular brand of planners requires a lot of work on the website to decide what you want, it's not as easy as pick a layout, pick a color, put your name on it, there you go, which is like what Erin Condren is. Like this, you have a lot more choices. I thought I would take you through the website. So I'm going to do something I've never done before on this channel. I'm going to do a screen capture with a voiceover to tell you how I actually did. And I'm going to recreate this particular planner and tell you why I picked the features that I did. And then we'll walk through it. So this is the Plum Paper website. You go here, you have different options for size of planner and different layouts of planner as well. I decided to go with a vertical layout for this particular planner. I was looking for something that was similar to the Erin Condren Hourly, but without the time. So I picked the 7x9, and then there's a bunch of different like patterns you can pick from for your cover. So I just grabbed one I thought was pretty. They have a shit ton though. It's $32 for the original base planner. You can add text to the cover, similar to May Design. So I decided to add text and a like surrounding image. You have many to choose from. You can pick the color of the fill. You can put your text in. I just put 2018-19 because that made the most sense. When you pick the text, you can also choose between a bunch of different fonts, whichever one you like, and it shows you in the preview so you can tell what it's going to look like once you go ahead and pick it. I just picked the simple one because that one appealed to me the most. You can also change the color of the the shape that the text is on, and customizing the cover of the planner does not add additional cost to the planner. You also have a choice to show the year, which I did not do on this planner, but I did do on a different one, which you'll see in a different video. After you do that, you go into the layouts and it gives you an opportunity to take a look at them. You can flip through what the layout looks like. There are two different color schemes, colorful and neutral. I decided to go with the neutral color scheme. I went with the color with the other planner that I did, which you'll see in next week's video. Then there's a whole bunch of different layouts. I decided to go with the lined columns because it was similar to an hourly but without the times on it. So that's the one that I picked. It's a weekly spread and a Monday start. There's a hell of a lot of different layouts though that you can choose from, and you get to flip through them and see what they look like before you make your choice. Then you also can choose to keep the layout the way it looks, or you can add text to the columns and in different spots. Like I said, I didn't do that, but you can do that if you want to. I made it an August start with 12 months. You can add more months if you want to, start it when you want to. It might cost more. And then you can get it coil bound, or you can get it unpunched or bound so that you can punch it yourself and put into a binder or whatever you want to do. Now there are 11 billion options to choose from for additional sections that you can add for a price. I think it's $4.50 for each specific add-on. I decided to add the home add-on because it seemed like the most kind of generic, while at the same time giving me an opportunity to see what the add-on actually looks like. But like I said, there's a whole bunch of different ones. You can also add note pages if you want to. You can decide where to put them if you want to. I didn't. I just went with the home add-on and left it the way it was. And then at the end, you get to go through it and take a look at what you did to double check. They do not let you edit once you have placed your order, which is understandable. Now that I've walked you through the process of the planner, I'm going to walk you through the actual planner, and we'll see how it goes. I paid $19 shipping for this for priority shipping. I actually got two planners. The other one you'll get to see next week because that's when I am going to keep. The priority shipping kind of went haywire. They ship out of California. I live in California. Somehow the planner wound up in Illinois. I don't know why. But I don't think that's the fault of the company. That was USPS being full of fuckery. Just thought I'd mention it though. But so the planner is here. There's the coil, which is a lot smaller than I expected. So I can imagine this planner filling up really quickly with stickers and being a little bit ungainly with this small coil. There's this really tough laminated cover. They have the same tough laminated cover on the back. And then the inside cover is this other like material. They actually give you like a sample of it in your order so you can try and tear it if you want to. And honestly, you can't really tear it. Even with the try, it doesn't look pretty when you're done with it, but you can't tear it. And so it's smooth, it's coated, it will fold, it's not rigid the way, like this laminated situation here would be a lot harder to fold. This is not laminated, it's like a smooth surface. And then you turn the inside, there's the pattern. Basic starter sheet with the, like this planner belongs to. The paper for Plum paper is very silky. Something that kind of throws me off. It feels almost coated. It's very thick, but it's very silky. Here is your calendar for the whole 2018, January through December, 2019, January through December. Now we're in special dates. Like I said in my walkthrough of how I ordered this planner, I did pick the neutral color scheme, which is kind of a bluish gray. And so that's what they've got on the top and the bottom here. So it says January through December with some space for like birthdays or whatever you want to do in this kind of a section of a planner. Then it's basically the same layout, but with no dates on the headers. And this is for ideas, plans, and goals. You can use this however you want to. And then this is a blank notes page, like completely blank, no grid, no nothing. And so now we're getting into the planner. I picked an August start. So we have a tab, which has a similar coated feeling to the cover, but it feels a little bit more flimsy. And then the tab itself is laminated and it says August on the bottom. Now on this side, you have your monthly notes section with the 3 circles, the birthdays, events, and then things to remember. This was the section that some people accused Erin Condren of ganking when they did this notes section in last year's planner. Now I've seen it in person. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this section being on this like really glossy kind of cardstocky situation. It almost feels like photo paper, but it's not quite that glossy. I feel like you have to use a Sharpie or something on this so it wouldn't smear. And then here is a lined note page for August and the monthly view. Monthly view, basic monthly view, nice and big. It has the upcoming month calendar and a column for notes. And then here is the weekly layout. This, I picked the vertical column it's like an hourly, but with no hours. The last 2 days of the previous month are here, but they're softer. I wonder if this is the same as it was in the Get to Workbook, where you get the days. Like here is the end of the beginning of September at the end of August, and then when you flip into September, there's the August. So it does repeat the days that cross over on the months, as opposed to like an Erin Condren planner where it just picks the spot and has the month crossover. So that's something some people in the comments for the Get to Workbook thought this was a great idea. Some people hated it. So you have your date across the top, you have your column, you have a spot down here with like a 3 checkbox situation. And I think I showed a bit of this in the walkthrough, but you can personalize text in some of these places if you want to. And there is the August calendar. Here is a to-do list with checkboxes or circles, whatever. And then a little blank notes section. Now, the one thing I will tell you for this is that I do not like how dark the lines are on these. I think that they would be distracting for the kind of things I like to do. Sort of like in the new Erin Condren hourly with the dark lines every hour. This is basically the same except for all of the lines. So I'm not a fan. I would actually have preferred if the lines were this pale for the whole planner. And then at the end of August, there's another notes page. And then we have September. Same situation, same circle notes page, and then blank notes page. And then you get into the month. Here are some of the holidays on here. Like I said, seeing these soft lines for the whole thing, if the dates were darker but the lines were this color, I think I would like that a lot better, personally. So this is the end of the regular weekly, monthly planner. And then this section here is the add-on. I added one of the My Home add-ons, and it gives you its own tab with the little house on it. You open it up, this is blank, and then let's show you what's in this. We have home service providers, electric, water, trash, gas, internet, cable, security, insurance, or 4 other spots that don't have a label on them. This is a home maintenance log. This has all 4 seasons, spring, summer, fall, winter, and then indoor and outdoor lists for things to do around your house. This is a master cleaning guide, daily, weekly, monthly, and annually, and then kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, living and family room, utility spaces, entry, outside, other tasks, and notes with a little notes section on the bottom. This is a laundry guide, which I think is really cool. Gives you some tips for laundry. I probably wouldn't do most of these. I don't tend to separate my laundry. I just free ball it. And then some more fabric care and information. So this is all like laundry information for you. Some gardening terms, and then information for your garden. It just gives you a checklist for all 4 seasons, I guess, for planting or tasks, things like that. This is family favorites, like for meals. So we have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and recipes to try. And then those categories are also divided into appetizers, entrees, and desserts. And then for monthly goals, I'm assuming for the house, there's 3 spots for all 12 months, and then some notes on the bottom. Here we have home projects. We have a list for projects, a start and a finish date section, and then at the bottom, more note space. This is a gift list section. You get 2 pages, gift for, item, store website, and the cost. Here's a shopping list, 2 pages of that item, store website, cost, need, or want. A page for monthly bills. These are fixed periodic expenses with a due date, a money symbol, description, and then a month like to check off. So this is basically for the whole year. And then other notable expenses, same situation with some notes on the bottom. And then over here is a big sheet to put your passwords in, which I don't recommend you do in your planner in case somebody ever gets their hands on it. And then this is a yearly expense overview. This has a section for each month for the whole year, income, expenses, giving, savings, debt, and then the total. And it has it for all 12 months, and then notes on the bottom. And then important contacts: poison control, police department, ambulance, hospital, fire department, doctors, dentists, schools, neighbors, and then some extra space. Then there is a couple of grid note pages, and this grid is sexy. How like lightly colored the dots are, absolutely beautiful. And I think you can change your note pages to grid pages, to dot grid pages if you want to in the system. And then these come with the actual planner. These are not part of the add-on. A password page, a contacts page, second contacts page, a list of US holidays, and then a 2020 calendar. And then at the very back is your pocket, which feels very flimsy. This pocket does not feel like it's going to last for very long. I'm not going to try and rip it, but like it's coated paper. It just doesn't have like a sturdy feeling to it. But it's nice and huge, so this will really hold some good papers in it. And then your back cover. So I'm going to take a few minutes and test some pens back here. I'm going to do it along the holidays page. I have a Target Gel Roller Gel Pen. I have a Tombow Mono Drawing Pen for a felt tip. And then I have a Tombow Dual Brush Marker. And I'm going to just test along the top here, and we will see how this paper works. Now, what I'm curious about with this paper is not just whether it bleeds, but I'm also curious about how these markers dry on it, because this paper is so slick. It doesn't have like the porous feel of most paper I'm used to. So the gel smeared right away. The felt marker didn't really smear all that much, and the Tombow didn't really smear all that much. There is absolutely no braille, even with the gel pen. This paper resists the braille. The felt and the gel pen barely ghost. The Tombow shadows, but not terribly. It's decent paper. The feel of it feel like texturally, for my personal taste. Like I don't even like the feel of like clay or Play-Doh on my fingers. So the smoothness of this paper is a little bit disconcerting to me, like in terms of tactile, but that is absolutely a personal opinion. It is high quality paper looking at the way that this paper bled through or didn't bleed through. So nice paper. I just don't like the feel of it. It does not feel like paper the way I like it. Overall, I think that this planner is fantastic for customizing. You can pick so many things. The choices are there. You pay extra for a lot of the bits and pieces, but you pick what you want and you leave the rest. I think that that's amazing. I love the color schemes that they have for the choices for the covers. I ordered the colorful insides for my other planner that I'll be talking about next week, but for the neutral color scheme, I think it is really nice. I think that with some headers, this shouldn't be that bad to cover up. If you have like headers, there's not a lot of extraneous color. All of the color is in simple places that stickers or washi tape will cover up. There isn't a bunch of like frou-frou shit like all along the sides or anything, which I do appreciate. I like the color scheme. I don't like how dark the lines are. That would be a deal breaker for me with this planner. And honestly, the other deal breaker for me with this planner is the feel of the paper. I don't think I could use this on a daily basis and not get super grossed out. it's not my thing. But I know people who swear by these planners. And aside from the feel of the paper and the way that these lines work on this particular layout, otherwise I could see myself using this planner. I do wish the coil was bigger. I feel like the coil is not going to be able to hold. I expected it to be bigger. The fact that it's so small worries me because the more stickers you put in this, the harder it's going to be for this planner to close. But it is my favorite kind of coil binding, so that's awesome. Overall, I think this is solid as fuck planner. Even with extras, this is less expensive than some of the other options like Erin Condren or Inkwell Press that are out there. And the customization is like off the chain. I will say the shipping is expensive, comparatively speaking. So just be prepared for that. But overall, if you really want to be able to pick what you want, this is an excellent choice. I'm going to have to run this up against the Agendio when I get that done, because the Agendio is also one that lets you super customize your planner, and I want to see which one of these I like better. So far, this is a very strong contender, although I will not be using this planner, so I will be giving this away when I give away all the other planners I'm giving away this month. I still have to figure that out, though. Have you used a Plum paper planner? What is your experience with them? Do you love them? If you haven't and you were going to pick one, go look at the website. Tell me what layout you'd be interested in. Would it be this one? Would it be one of the countless other ones they have to choose from? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're not interested in this, tell me any planners you might be interested in me looking at. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.